Hi guys, I just want to make a quick little video explaining how I use Goodreads because some of you might have wondered why I don't link my Goodreads account, or maybe you thought I didn't have one. I do have one. I really love Goodreads. For those of you who don't know, Goodreads is basically this online library kind of site. You can connect with other people who read books, you can share books, you can recommend books, you can find recommendations, you can find all these lists with books and make them. But what I use it for mostly is being in touch with friends and seeing what they read, and also keeping track of what I read and books that I really want to read. And they have this challenge where you can challenge yourself how many books you want to read this year. And I set the challenge to 80. I wanted to set to 90, but I'm gonna start school again after the summer, and it's probably gonna be really tough. If you don't know, I had to quit school for a while because of medical reasons, but I'm gonna try again. Chances are that I'm not gonna read a lot of books, so I'm already 16 books ahead of schedule. I've read more than 40 books already this year, so it's probably not going to be a problem to reach the 80 mark. But anyway, enough about that. That's basically Goodreads. The reason why I haven't linked it yet is because I want to tell you a little bit about how I use it, mainly how I rate books. Because if you look at my the books that I've read, almost all of them have 5 stars. That's because if I really enjoyed reading the book, even if I objectively know that it was written quite poorly and that the plot wasn't, amazing, and it's not the best book I've ever read in my life, it might even be quite poorly book, but if I just enjoyed reading it, I'll give it 5 stars. If I really enjoyed reading it, but I felt that something was missing and it kind of disturbed my reading experience, then I'll give it 4 stars. And mostly books that I had to read for class, which does have a lot to do with it, because you have this limited time period and you have to read a book, and I might want to read a different book. Mostly those books get lower points, or stars, I mean. They get less stars than other books. But yeah, I really have to hate the book for me to give it 1 star. And I have seen reviews of other people who are like, oh, I really like this book, I give it 3 stars. But if I really like a book, I just give it 5 stars. So from now on, I'm gonna link my Goodreads account. I don't know, I just want to explain that, and I never got around to it before I post it, because maybe none of you even look at it, but if you do, friend me, by the way, I'd really like that. And you look at the books I've read, maybe to see if you can see books that you might want to read. Just so you know, the 5 star is if I enjoyed reading it. It doesn't... Yeah, it's not really helpful in that regard, just that it was an enjoyable book, but you can't really tell how enjoyable it was. Because, my favorite books like Harry Potter, for instance, get 5 stars, but there are also books that I would never place on the same level as Harry Potter. If I had to really, take those 2 books, I'm not sure which one the other one would be, and, rate them from 1 to 5, just those 2 books, I probably rate Harry Potter 5 and that book like a 3 or 2 maybe even. But it's got 5 stars on Goodreads. Anyway, I've been rambling on a lot now. If you have Goodreads, please add me as a friend. I'd really like that. If you don't have Goodreads, I recommend it because it's so much fun to keep track of the books you've read. It's also kind of, some people like this less, the book shaming, or more like the to read shaming. Or in my case, currently reading. I'm the kind of person who reads a lot of books at the same time, and sometimes I start a book and it's just not working for me, or I want to finish reading it but not now. For instance, I'm reading this biography of Christopher Lee, and it's really interesting, and I do really want to finish it. I just don't feel like it right now. I haven't for a few months, and that's okay. I'm gonna get to it someday. But yeah, it's still on that currently reading. It's been there for a few months, silently judging me. Some people don't like that, but you can always remove it from your shelves and put it back up later when you do start reading it again. Anyway, Goodreads. Yes. I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye!